Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm still going over old listings. This might be my last video going over old listings. I haven't decided. I might bring back some listing slides videos because I have been listing a couple film slides and I haven't done those in a long time and I'm almost out of slides to list, which makes me sad. I was one of those kids that would eat like Skittles one at a time because you wanted them to last longer. And so I've been like putting off going through these slides because I love going through them so much and I want them to last longer. And I know once I go through these 3 boxes that are left, I'm done. And I'm not sure if I'm going to find another large lot like that. Even though I consistently look at estate sales, I have not tried putting an ad in Facebook Marketplace to buy slides, but I'm worried if I do that, I'm going to pay up for them a lot because they're like, oh, they desire these slides, they want these slides, and I want the slides that people forgot were in grandma's closet. So that's where I'm at, and I'm hoping I will, the universe will provide. I will put it out there. I don't know if you've ever been like thrift shopping or something and before you're gone you've been like, I really need this, and then all of a sudden you find it. So we had vacation and we did family pictures on our vacation, and I wasn't matchy but I kind of wanted like the same type of clothes for everybody, and some of the clothes we had to like mess with a little bit to work, but we knew that we just needed them for that one thing, and we shot the pictures ourselves, so we didn't pay for a photographer. We basically just wanted the background. But I was like, hey, I'm going to do family photos in a month. I need to look for this. So I kept that in the back of my mind, like what I need to look for. And honestly, I kept it in a notes app on my computer or on my phone, so I can go look and be like, okay, my youngest has her outfit already. My middle does not have an outfit, so I need to find an outfit for my middle. My oldest doesn't have an outfit. I found a shirt for him, but the sleeves were so short he had only worked if he rolled the sleeves up, which looked great because it was a beach photo anyway, to have his sleeves rolled up on his dress shirt. But stuff like that. I know that they were one-off use, and honestly, I probably should have donated them instead of bringing them home, because I did donate them when they got home, but if I would have donated them there, I would have had less things to bring home with me. But, I guess that was a fail on my part. But what I'm putting out there is when you're looking for specific things, like right now in the universe, I'm looking for a larger glass jar to house scent beads for my laundry. And please don't come at me for using scent beads. I have a 15-year-old and 2 smaller children that smell like wet puppies when they get active in summer and whatnot. But a couple past videos, I went to the Bath & Body Works semi-annual sale and bought a bunch of laundry detergent and scent beads, and for the price they had it, I couldn't pass it up. But now I have a whole bunch of these smaller bottles of scent beads all over my laundry room, and I don't have room for that. So I'm putting out in the universe, I need a glass jar to put these scent beads in. And then I could dump multiple containers into one glass jar. So I'm putting that out there in the universe. Before, I think it's one of our Goodwill bins, just recent ones where we were inside the St. Louis bins. But I put out there that I wanted to make my own laundry stain remover. So in my mind, I needed a bucket with a lid, and preferably a food grade bucket with a lid. So I put it out there, and we actually found 2 of them, and I'm using both of them for my homemade stain remover, and one's liquid and one is powder. And I think I'd only thought about it 2 weeks before that. So I don't know if it's the universe gives you what you need or what you want. I don't know if it's just so readily available. When you actually look for it, you find it, kind of like when you buy a red car, you see only red cars. We joked we bought a new to us van back in October because one of our cars was totaled and we had to get a new to us van. And now I see that van everywhere. In fact, one of my really good friends also has the van, which we didn't even think about it till after we bought the van, which is really funny. But so I don't know if it's the universe put it out there or I'm actually looking for that item, so I'm going to find it. So I'm putting it out there that I need a glass jar to hold these scent beads in. Technically they are in plastic now. Technically I could use plastic, but I really want glass. I feel better about using glass. I'm trying to really limit the plastic items we have in our house for food storage and other things. I got rid of almost all of our plastic Tupperware, and the ones I kept are the ones that I haven't found a glass one to replace, like really big covered bowls. I haven't found a glass one to replace that with, but I'm trying to get rid of as much plastic as possible. So I don't want to get a large container that is plastic. I'm going to hold out until I find that large glass container. And honestly, glassware tends to go fairly cheaply at stores because they takes up a lot of room. They want to move it fairly quickly. So I'm hoping to find that at some point. Now, I'm not going to find it if I don't go in thrift stores, so I need to start going back into thrift stores, but that is hard to do when the kids are home in the summer. So, or that I'm gone all summer. The longest stretch I've been home this summer is right now, and that is for 2 weeks. After this, I will not. Before this, the longest stretch was a week. After this, the longest stretch is a week. So I don't have a lot of time to do that. I'm hoping once the kids are back in school, because my schedule has been drastically altered, I will have more time to do that because my afternoons will be free. But I also really want to get through our death pile before we go shopping too, because inevitably I'm going to find something to sell. Even if like I am just going in here to buy something for myself, I'll find something to sell. Because I'll be like, well, why don't I just look over here? The last place I worked, I wanted a travel coffee cup. Not for coffee. I'm not really a big coffee drinker, but I wanted a travel coffee cup because I wanted to take hot tea. I often lose my voice. You've seen back and forth in videos. When I got pneumonia, I had no voice for a long time, so I wanted to be able to take hot tea back and forth, and I didn't want to go buy one brand new, so I was going to thrift stores and finding it, and I found a travel coffee mug that I wanted to take with me. But then I started looking for other things, which I shouldn't have been. I should have just looked for that and walked out. So I will also preface this with, this only works if you have time on your side. If, you know, my son's soccer practice starts next week, preseason starts. So I can't be like, oh, I hope I find size 14 soccer cleats at a thrift store, or we have like a Play It Again Sports, so at a used sporting goods store. One, I'm time crunched. I have a week to find these. Two, it's an incredibly difficult size to find used. Usually people with this size of feet will run the crap out of their cleats because they are so expensive. So 3, also, my son has incredibly skinny feet, so finding size 14 skinny is difficult. What I do is I usually take whatever he has worn before and go find it online in that larger size. However, size 14 a lot of times is not sold on Amazon, so you have to go to then the brand website. For us, it's Adidas website, and get them from there. You can go to Dick's Sporting Goods and they can order them from there. But again, it's a time crunch. So stuff like that you can't hold out on. Now, for my girls that are starting soccer at the end of August, I could hold out until I found that. And they are more very common sizes, so it's not a huge deal there. However, for him, it is a bigger deal. So that is where sometimes buying used doesn't work. Please like and subscribe. Have a very productive day.